Well, we are officially into the second season of high school football in the state of Alabama, and the Oxford Yellow Jackets will be in the playoffs. We'll have much more on Oxford's first round road trip to Dothan coming up a little bit later on. But first off, we want to flash back to last week, a hard-fought loss to Decatur at Lamar Field on senior night. Welcome into the Jacket Corner. I'm Mickey Shaddricks, joined by head coach Ryan Herring. And Coach, talking before we came on the air, it was definitely a hard-fought loss, a game you had plenty of chances to win, though.
Yeah, it was a tough game, and my hat goes off to Decatur. They were a physical football team. We knew they would be coming in. Everybody I talked to said that their defense is probably the stoutest defense up in that area. So we knew we had to play good defense because they were going to have a good defense, and usually the best defense wins games. Usually, we had our chances. We missed a field goal. They hit theirs. It came down to the last play of the game. But I'm proud of our kids.
And you mentioned also before we came on, this is like the third time this year they've won a game like that.
Yeah, evidently their kicker's used to it. That's the third time they've hit a game-winning field goal in the last minutes, last seconds. So, and I told Keaton, our kicker, I said, now, we're going to expect the same thing out of you in these years to come because he's just a sophomore and he's going to be a good one.
Well, any loss is a bad loss, and you don't like to lose, but this is kind of an easy one to put behind you. You got bigger things ahead of you now. It's playoff time, but looking back to that game last Friday night, it was an important night because it was senior night. You got to honor your senior group from this year's football team. Talk about those young men and being able to honor them on senior night. Well,
they've worked ever since I've been here. They've worked hard. They've done what we asked them to do. This year they've played hard. Most of our offense is seniors. So, we've had a pretty good offense all year long. So, they've done a great job for us. And, the thing about it, though, it's over with. Senior night's over with. We got the playoffs now. And I think they understand that game's over with, but now it's do or die now. And, you win, you keep going, you lose, you go home.
When the kids came back in, I assume on Sunday after the game on Friday night, did you sense they got that? Because it is do or die now.
Well, anytime you lose, it hurts, and you got to get over it. Sometimes you get over certain losses easier than other ones. This one was a tough one to swallow because, we felt like we could have won the game. But I didn't think we really got over it until yesterday at practice. We had one of the better practices we've had all year. So I'm happy. I was worried, but after yesterday's practice, I'm happy. I know if we practice like that all week, we're going to be tough to beat on Friday.
All right, should be a great matchup this Friday night. Much more on the matchup with Dothan, but when we come back, we'll look at first half highlights of Oxford and Decatur as we continue here on the Jacket Corner.
Just a tremendous player. We're going to try to throw it over here to big man. He's wide open here. Makes the catch. Has his first down as this Airland actually.
And we are back in the Jacket Corner. As you see, the Oxford Yellow Jackets coming onto the field last Friday night, getting set to take on Decatur. Final game of the regular season, and good defensive play to begin things, Coach.
Man, we started off good right there. Jacob Shake made a great play. We knew they were going to be more of a physical run-at-you type team, so we were pretty prepared to stop the run. Just a couple times we didn't do a great job. There's Jacob Shake again with a sack right there. Great play by Jacob, especially late in the season. Senior, tough as they come, and a great kid. We get it back on offense right here, start off running right at them. They end up making it. We stall out right there. Anyway, get a great punt right here, and the guy fields it on the 1 yard line. You don't see that much, but thought we almost had a safety, but we got him right here at the 1, so everything's looking good. We know they're going to run the ball. We're going to stop right here. Good job by Kenny Britt. Anyway, they end up punting. Come out here and we try a little toss, reverse, pass, and plays like that you don't like to run them early because you're worried about if you need it back later on. But anyway, it worked out great. There's a great job by Ty hitting Cookie right there on a little comeback route. There's a great job by Ty keeping it right there. Everybody went for Gamble. Here we get in, we just power it right in there. So we're feeling good right now, 7-0. We just, ran it right at them, and we knew it was going to be tough to run at them. Everybody told us it would be, so I was real happy where we were right here. And here in just a second, though, the weather that was bad got worse. But anyway, 21 right there, good football player. I think he may be going to Missouri. So we tried not to kick to him, but somehow we kicked to him right there. But we finally got him down. But a good job right here by the defense, swarming to the ball. Great job. Drop back pass right here. Great play by Jacob Sears. We've been begging Jacob to make plays like that all year, and man, he finally does. And that's what it's all about. He's a sophomore, and you're getting right here to game 10. He's starting to make plays. Everything's starting to slow down for him. So real proud of Jacob. He also had the most tackles for the game. They just have all day to throw right here, and they hit across the route from all the way far side of the field. We don't do a good job of jamming routes, but anytime you have that long to throw, somebody's going to be wide open somewhere. So, we just got to get a little bit better pass rush. They kick off to us, and we get a good return right here. Had some good blocking. They shut us out right here, and we punt it, and the wind gets under the ball. And it's like the old Ole Miss, Mississippi State field goal from back in the early 80s. Ball just gets stopped in midair. Lose contained a little bit right here. The quarterback was athletic enough. They weren't going to run him, but when he needed to kind of move around a little bit to extend the play, he could do it. That hurt us a couple times. Thought we had him right here, and thought we might get a interception, and we do. And Tommy gets it right there. Great play by Tommy Rudolph. Nobody works hard at practice every day than Tommy. It's real proud for Tommy.
And a slugfest through the first two quarters, 7-7 tie at halftime. And Coach, you mentioned the weather. It was Halloween, so we expected some funny stuff to be going on, and you had that with the weather. The wind was rough at the beginning. You had some rain early on. You had power outage at the stadium. Had a lot of things to manage there.
Well, I've told people I've been in cold games, been in rain games, been in windy games. I don't think I've ever been in a game that was as cold, as windy, and as rainy as that one turned out to be Friday night. So the conditions were awful. I mean, you think, well, we're just not used to it down south, but those conditions were awful. I don't care where you are.
And the defense really got you started off well in this game. And again, you got a lot of young players on that side of the field. We'll meet one of them later on in our player spotlight. But you got to be feeling good about how well they're playing as you head into the playoffs, because defense, the old saying, defense wins championships. You got to score too, but defense is so important.
Well, and we've struggled at times this year. At times when we maybe could have stepped up and helped win the game, we didn't get it done on defense, and we've played pretty good offense throughout the year. So I'm real proud of those guys on defense, because it's never too late to improve. It's never too late to get better. If you're playing, you need to improve and you need to get better, and they have done that. And they've been coached hard all year, and to keep being coachable and keep staying at it, I'm proud of them.
Well, a very good second half coming up. We'll look at the highlights of that in a moment. But as we go to break, we're going to listen into the Oxford High School Marching Band. And they'll be playing the Oxford Fight Song Champions. But we've got to give you this disclaimer. There's a lot of wind noise in this song, obviously from the weather conditions on Friday night. We couldn't help that. But you'll still, I'm sure, as an Oxford fan, enjoy listening to Champions from the Oxford Band from last Friday night. And we head into the second half now, tied at 7-7. Oxford with the football.
We know they're going to be keying on Gamble real hard, and we pull that right there, and Ty does a great job getting us down the field. Great job right here on the comeback route again. They connected on that twice the other night, and with the conditions being like they were, that was a heck of a job by Weber to get that ball to him. Great run right here by Weber. He showed a little speed right there, and that was huge, getting us down there on about the 3-yard line. Here we go, we just pounded in on them. I'm telling you, they had a number 33 defensive lineman He's about like that nose guard from Benjamin Russell. He was a man, just real tough. We just missed 2 tackles right there. We don't fit good with the linebacker. The safety just misses. Then we throw the guy out of bounds. Just a dumb football play. We can't make those kind of mistakes. We can't play like that. Right here, we get a terrible, terrible call. Our running back our safety and their running back, they hit each other, and we get a targeting call. The guy wasn't a defenseless runner at all, so that gave him 15 yards, another first down. I'm really upset with that call. That was a poor job by the official. Anyway, it's 14-14, and we're in a nail biter, and we know we are at this point. Great job blocking and running right there on the little inside zone play. Here we are again with it. We just almost, if we can just get a little crease, he can about get through. Right there, we couldn't tell. I thought the guy from the edge got it during the game, but he didn't. We just got a low kick right there. The edge guy didn't touch it. But we got to go back out here and play defense. Once again, we play inside linebacker. Doesn't go turned in to the other backer, and they get a big gain right there. Right here, the linebacker, same thing, just a misfit with the linebacker. We just got to get that, that's a problem you can't have game 10, and when you do, these kind of things that happen, it costs you first downs. But we shore it up, get them stopped, they go for field goal, boom, we stop them, still 14-14, so, I'm feeling good right now. The wind is bad right now. You really can't tell. It's drizzly and the wind's blowing. So right now I'm saying we just got to make sure we don't turn the ball over. And we almost did right there. Luckily, Trevor Owens got back on it. Third down right here, try to throw the ball, and the wind gets under it. If I could do over, probably we would just run the ball and just punt it and try to play defense because we're, it's about the end of the quarter. But, if I could do over, we're probably undefeated this year.
Trying to win the game too, aren't you?
Yeah. But we got to get a stop on defense. It's 14-14. We got to get a stop somehow, some way. They just seem to get that trap play in there and bend it over the top of the pile. But we bow our necks. You don't see it right here on TV, but they had first down and 1 on the 1, and they end up with 4th and 10. Real proud of the defense right there. It's not good, and it hurts when you lose, especially a game like that. But I was real proud of the defense. They had first down and 1, and on the 1, and they don't get the ball in the end zone. That's the defense that's grown up a lot. The first year, if you had 1st and 20, you probably could get it easy. And they had first down and 1, and ended up losing about 12 yards, I think, right there. But they hit the field goal, and that's what good teams do. They got special teams, offense, defense, at all. And we were short, but I still think the effort was there. I'm proud of the kids. When we lose, it's my fault. And I told them after the game, I said, there's nobody to blame here but me. I feel like we should have won the game. We just got to go to work Monday and get ready for playoffs. Everything, we got to put this behind us and get ready to go play Dothan.
Tough fought, 17-14 loss to Decatur. Coach, just one other note about this game. I know you wanted to move this game. A lot of teams moved away from Friday night with it being Halloween to Thursday night. With you being in the playoffs, that would have given you that extra day to prepare. But they had some scheduling conflicts with their travel that they had to keep the game on Friday night. Yeah, Coach Adcock at Decatur had already reserved their buses months ago for Friday night. And we talked about 3 weeks ago, and he wanted to change too, but he couldn't get buses for Thursday night, charter buses, so we wasn't able to do it. So I wish we would have, but that's just one of those things. All right, well, it's time now to take a look at the individual player awards from Friday night's game with Decatur. And Coach, here they are. Here we go. Air Jack this week goes to Jacob Cook. Jacob's probably the fastest kid on the team. A lot of people don't realize that, but he's our fastest kid on the team. Racehorse, Ty Weber. Gamble's been getting it, but Weber had some good runs Friday night. Did a great job. Highest grade defensive line, Jermaine Taylor. Jermaine has a heart. He's got a 10-pound heart, I tell you. Highest grade offensive line, Matt Surratt. Hadn't seen his name up there this year much. Glad to see it up there. Senior offensive lineman. Most hits, Jacob Sears. We told him Sunday that he's kind of like Bambi. He couldn't hardly walk, but now he's running. Take away, Tommy Rudolph. Tommy had that interception right before half that
kept him out of the end zone. Hammer Award, Kenyon Britt. Kenyon brings the hat every week. It's fun to watch Kenny. Pride Award, Tommy Madden. Tommy has got this award before this year. Probably could get it every week. I can't say enough about Tommy Madden and the effort and toughness he brings to practice every week on the scout team. I love Tommy Madden and appreciate him for that.
All right, congratulations to the players named in our individual player awards for this week. We come back, we'll look ahead to round one of the playoffs. Oxford with a road trip to take on Dothan. We'll also have our player spotlight with a young man who you just saw on that list from the player awards. We'll be back in the jacket corner in just a moment.
Stats up. Fakes a handoff. Ty keeps it, takes it around right side, breaks a tackle, takes it inside the 50, all the way down inside the.
Well, if you watch the jacket corner each and every week, one name you often hear on the Oxford defense making an impact in the game is sophomore linebacker Kenny Britt. He is the focus this week in our player spotlight with Chase Robinson.
Kenny Britt, the starting inside linebacker for the Oxford Yellow Jacket football team, is only a sophomore, but a key part to this team and loves the game of football.
Kenny's our bell cow. Kenny goes out and gets it. He's only a sophomore, but he's always going to play. Loves the game, man. He never stops talking about it. He's always asking questions. He's always that practice guy, so going to go full out at practice all the time.
My time at Oxford been great, having fun with a loving team and a loving coaching staff, and just push everybody to their best and try to expect everybody the best out of them.
Over the 2014 season, the sophomore had 113 total tackles, 12 tackles for loss, 3 sacks, and 2 caused fumbles. And he says to be a linebacker, you really have to be smart on the field.
On in being an inside linebacker, like being Chandler Tyree, you gotta be physical. You gotta know your reads. You just gotta be a mean son of a gun to play inside linebacker.
I love Kenny. I love all my guys. We got a great team. It's a great place to be. Oxford's a great place to be. It's where I went to school. I love it. I bleed black and gold. So we love all of our guys. They all give us max effort. It's playoffs. We're 0-0 again. We're excited.
For the Jacket Corner, I'm Chase Robinson.
You know, Coach, he even looks like a linebacker. I know you're happy to have this young man for a couple more years.
I tell you what, I couldn't be more pleased with his play this year as a sophomore. Maybe one of the best play from a sophomore on defense I've seen in my career, because it's tough to be inside as a sophomore, and he's had to take on linemen and good backs, and we've seen some good linemen this year. He's done just an unbelievable job for us. Words can't really express how well he's done for us this year and what he's meant to us. And being a sophomore, he's provided some leadership. And that's all. That's tough to do when you're around juniors, seniors, older kids. But I've seen him at times be the leader as a sophomore. So I tell you what, we've got good times ahead with him, and I'm glad he's on our team.
All right, time now to look ahead to this Friday night, first round of the playoffs. Oxford, as the 3rd seed, will be traveling to take on the 2nd seed out of 6A Region 2. It is the Dothan Tigers coming up this Friday night from Dothan, a 7 o'clock kickoff. Both teams with a 5-5 record coming into the game. And Coach, looking at their schedule, they've played a tough schedule like you have. They've played a couple of 7As. They've played Smith Station and Enterprise. They've played 7 6As. They played a team from Florida last week. They're kind of battle tested coming into the playoffs.
Yeah, their schedule has been real similar. I mean, they've played, Smith Station's got a good team. They're a playoff 7A team. Enterprise is a playoff 7A team. The team in Florida they played is the biggest class in Florida, and they're going to be in the playoffs. Played Carver Montgomery tight. Carver Montgomery is always hard to beat. Anybody that's familiar with Carver Montgomery knows what type of athletes they have, and they played them Carver beat them in the 4th quarter. So it's going to be a challenge, but it's a challenge I know we're up to. I know these kids, and if you've watched us play this year, we got hard. We're going to battle you for 4 quarters. And we've played good teams. Opelika's a pretty good football team. Gadsden City's not a bad football team. Benjamin Russell's a good football team. Decatur's a good football team. Playing a good team is not going to be anything new for us. We just got to go down there and don't let the big drive bother us. We just got to stay focused and take care of business. Just do what we're supposed to do, and I feel good about it.
There's a reason I was talking about the defense playing well earlier in the show, because I think the defense will be a key in this matchup for you. They put up about 28 points a game, but they give up a lot of points. So you feel like you're going to have some chances offensively, but you obviously are going to have to find a way to slow them down, and they've got some big playmakers on offense.
Yeah, they've got a receiver I think he's the best receiver we've seen this year, and they get the ball to him. They find ways to get the ball to him, out of the backfield or at receiver. And they've got a good running back that's about 220 pounds that if you don't lock up on him, he's not going down. They got a couple of real big linemen that I like the way they play. They get after you and they finish blocks. Defensively, they're real tall, real fast. I think we've seen more physical defenses. I don't know if we've seen longer and taller kids. So it's going to be a challenge, but it's going to be fun. Our kids don't back down from anything, so I think it'll be a great game.
Well, you mentioned the road trip. That is obviously something you always have to look at when you get into the playoffs, and this is a long one. How will you handle the day and schedule-wise? What it will be like?
We'll leave about 10:30, take our time, get around Montgomery, stop and have a light lunch, stretch out a little bit. Then we'll drive all the way into Dothan, get out, stretch out, walk around a little bit. Then we'll eat pregame meal, same time, about 3 o'clock, 3:10, like always. Then we'll go to a little field, city field in Dothan. They've got a place for us to dress and stretch out and do walkthroughs. And then about 5 o'clock, we'll drive over to the stadium, and then everything will be normal from there as far as our warm-ups and all that. I just think if we prepare right and focus right, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, I don't believe Friday's as big of a deal if you do what you're supposed to do Monday through Thursday. So, Friday, I like traveling. I really do. Sometimes I like traveling more than I do being at home. And as a kid, it's fun too. Getting on those charter buses, it's fun.
All right, should be a great matchup this Friday night. We'll be back with you again next week in the Jacket Corner to break down the highlights of Oxford and Dothan. For Coach Harry, Mickey Shadrick saying so long, and we'll see you again next week.